I'm Kate Mitchell, and I am in the Education and Training Career Cluster.
My name is Karson Spaulding, and I am in the Practicum Education and Training Career Cluster.
Okay, and tell me a little bit about that particular cluster.
You have to go through 4 classes to be able to get that kind of credit in college. So you go through Principles of Education and Training, Child Development, Instructional Practices, and Practicum. And Practicum is like where you lead up and go out and just get a little feel of your work environment.
You go through different classes to be into the Practicum Education and Training program your senior year. I actually came my sophomore year, so my classes were kind of hard to figure out for me to be able to do this my senior year. Something that I really enjoy doing, going out and being with my students on my campus. I'm very glad that I have the opportunity to do it because I know other places I wouldn't be able to do it.
Now, is it something you had to double up any classes or anything?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, as a sophomore, you are supposed to take the child development class. And since I moved here my sophomore year and COVID hit, because of the pandemic, I wasn't able to. So this year as a senior, I am doing a double block of practicum education and then a single class of child development so that I have that credit when I graduate.
Okay. So with the practicum, y'all are going out actually into the schools and working with other students.
Yes,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
actually stay here on campus, and I work with the SPED department, and that's just like my favorite part of the day.
Okay. So is that what you're interested in doing?
It wasn't at first, but it's definitely an option now.
Okay. And how about you?
Me, I go to a campus across town, Douglas, and I work with students. I work with Head Start, very young. It is definitely something that takes time and patience, but I love doing what I love, or I love to do what I do. Sorry, and it's something that I was interested in, but now that I do it more and I do it every single day, I know it's definitely where I'm going to go.
Okay. So you think you want to work with the younger students?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what makes you interested in the special education?
Well, so I was kind of just like not going to go there, but they really needed help, so I was going to go, and just they love to love on you, and they really create like a connection, and it's just something that makes me want to go back day in and day out.
It's very fulfilling.
Yes, very.
Okay. And it sounds like what you're doing also is very fulfilling and something you're really loving.
Yes, it is. It's definitely stressful at times, but I can handle the stress and different things that I deal with every day. I love it.
Okay. Now, how long each day are y'all, is it every day that you're in the other classroom?
For me, since I don't have to leave campus, I do go Monday through Friday, and I go as soon as the bell rings for 3rd period, which I stay for about like an hour and a half, basically.
Me, we go for Monday through Thursday, 4 days a week, and I stay from 1:25ish to about 2:25ish, so about an hour over at Douglas.
A little time there for
Yes,
travel.
it's a little
Further.
yeah.
Okay. Now, with taking these courses, are you getting some credit towards college already, or is it just kind of preparing you?
I think it's just preparing us, but we do, after we graduate, we will get a teacher's aide certification so that we can just go out and start making money and get more experience.
So you can
In
kind
the
of
field.
start working
Yes.
your way through and everything.
Okay.
Now, there's a test that you have to take for that, or just put in the hours?
I think probably just putting the hours. I don't know much about it.
Very beneficial to us. It gives us more experience. For some people, they just get out of high school and they go to college for it and they don't have no experience. But with this program, it gives us experience and it gives us preparation, and so we know what it is really like.
So it's definitely something that y'all are not only enjoying it, you can
Yes.
definitely tell it's helping you towards your future.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what made you interested in education?
I have never strayed away from being a teacher. So, like in kindergarten, whenever they ask you, what do you want to do when you grow up? I chose teacher, and I definitely had my heart set on it for a long time. And even like when I changed, I was like, oh, maybe an art teacher. Oh, maybe a nurse in a school or whatever. It never strayed away from the school. And I just like that you changed. Like, you could be the reason somebody comes to school every day. You could be the reason they wake up. Like, just.
You want to be there to help inspire
Yes,
them.
inspire
and make
them,
a
yes.
difference.
At mine, when I was a kid, I was always a teacher. What do you want to be? And my parents always asked me. And over the last 4 years of high school, I've noticed, like I've changed where I wanted to do. I was an athletic trainer at other schools, and it just, teaching was always something that I went back to. I love, like Kate said, you are the reason that your kids go to school. Whenever I leave my school at Douglas, I have kids tell me they don't want me to leave, and it's just so hard because I have to, but,
You want to be there to help get them excited and
Yes.
to interested in learning.
Yes, very much.
Okay. And do both of you want to be teachers or?
Yes, ma'am.
I want to do about the second grade level.
Okay. And you want the little bitty ones or?
I'm kind of stuck. I want to stay with the little bitty ones, but I also want to be a high school teacher because me as a high schooler, I know sometimes it's very hard as a student, and you have those teachers that help you through your days and get you where you need to be. And I kind of see myself there as well. It's just I got to figure out where I want to be.
Okay. Well, you've got a little bit of time to work
yes,
on
ma'am.
that. So, okay. Is there anything about this particular program or what y'all have been doing that you think is important to let people know about that we haven't talked about?
It is definitely you have to be patient. It's not something you just rush in and they immediately love you, because I know that was not it for me. They did not want to accept me at first. They just kind of were just like, you can stay over there and we'll stay over here. But like I said, the more hours you put in, the more they create the more you create a connection.
So they have to learn to trust
Yes.
you.
Yes, that's how it was for me. My students, they were they're so young, just their new teachers are new for them, and me coming in, I know it was new for them. It was new for me as well, and they weren't, I still have some days that are a little bit shy, but they all, we both get out of our comfort zone and we do what we have to do. And not only that, our teacher, Miss Stribling, she has very high expectations of us, but if you are like us, you can do it.
Yes.
So she's not. It's not a class that you just show up for. It's
No.
Definitely not a blow off class.
It's a put in the work class. You have to do it.
Okay, but it sounds like that. Not only is it personally gratifying, to be doing that, but it sounds like you've got a teacher who is also very helpful.
Yes. She's pretty great.
Okay. Is there anything else you think we should let people know? Others that are kind of thinking maybe I'm interested in that, but I don't know for sure.
I would definitely start off in like a little job, like babysitting, like just to get a feel of kids. And if you don't have patience, I probably wouldn't say this is it for you, but
patience is a really big thing, especially if you're wanting to work with the younger ones, because they've come from being with their parents for the first couple years of their life. It's something new for them, like totally new. So, have to remember that they are new to this, and so am I. It's patience.
And it's definitely not the money, because
No.
I mean, just the little stuff I buy for them is just getting me a little.
See how excited they get. It gets me excited. It makes me so happy.
Makes me want to buy more, but then I'm like, no.
Budget only goes so far.
Yes.
Okay. Now, when you're with them, and now, are you actually helping to teach the lessons, or are you just kind of more in an aide capacity? Or?
For me, it's more kind of an aid, because I'm not allowed to do a lot of the stuff they handle. So I do help them with their little worksheets. Ask them like little questions to get their brain warmed up, and I have ran the class once, but it's definitely not. It's more of an aid for me.
Me as well. My students, they're so young, and I'm new at what I'm doing, so it does get hard for me at times to, I would say, teach them. But I've done a lesson, just trying to help them, and I've had my supervised teacher help me because I kind of struggled, but more of an aid thing. Yeah.
Okay, so you have a few opportunities here and there, but it just gets you in that classroom, gets you working with students and kind of getting that feel for it.
Yes.
Yes. A lot of experience.
Really, and you get to see like how the teacher behaves with one kid, but then behaves with another one because of their different situations and personalities.
Yes.
So you just kind of prepare
to each their own. Yeah.
Okay. Do you feel like you were prepared to jump right into that in help? Or?
No, I was not. It was definitely, it was definitely a challenge at first because I didn't understand what half of them were saying or what they wanted. Now I do know what they want and what they are saying to me, and if something I said affects them when I just didn't know anything.
Okay. Me as well. It was very challenging at first because they're so young, and they've been with their parents and they're learning someone new as their teachers, having to learn a whole nother person that's not really their teacher. They only see a little bit for a day. It's very hard, and there's some students that I don't really understand why they're doing what they're doing, but then I talk to my teacher about it and we conversate about it, and it helps me.
So you're the teacher that you're with, then is able to kind of say, okay, here's what we're doing, and more background to help.
Yes.
Okay. It sounds like it's been a really good experience.
It really has.
It has. I think about graduation. It makes me so sad.
I know.
It makes my heart,
Some of them know that I am a senior, and then they'll be like, I don't want you to leave, and they're just hugging on me. I'm like, please, I don't want to cry right now.
I don't think my students understand that I'm not going to see them, but whenever I do leave, there are days where my students ask me to stay, or I'll have one that will latch on to me before I leave, and I'm like, I don't want to, but I have to.
You definitely get attached.
Yes.
It was definitely something that I wasn't prepared for.
Me
I was
neither.
just like, I'll just go in and go out, and then
do my thing.
Now just stay each day longer and longer and longer until I'm pushing till I need to be back in class.
And you're like, I have to go.
I know.
So it sounds like it's fun. It sounds like it
really is.
There's a lot. It sounds like there's a steep learning curve.
Very.
Yes.
Okay.
Very.
Well, it sounds like it's been just a fun, great opportunity.
Yes.
It is. If you're interested.
If you're interested in teaching.
I'd go for it.
Yes.
Yes.
But don't expect for the first class you go into, they're going to love you, accept you, because it's definitely not what's going to happen.
It's not. It's going to take time for you and them as well.
It doesn't matter what age they are, because some kids like to act out, and you just got to figure out how to deal with that.
Yeah. Take it step by step every day.
Very. Yep.
Yeah.
Just realize they're kids, and every one of them is a little bit different.
Yes.
Yes, and even then, I still think about, I'm still a kid too. I have to think about that as well. I wouldn't want.
Yeah, I wouldn't want someone my age trying to direct me in what way they want me to go.
Yeah.
So you gotta kind of figure out how to shift and
step back,
just let them learn on their own, or when to step in because they need to be shown.
Okay, so it's sometimes you're able to help, and then sometimes you realize no.
This is something I can't help with. It's a teacher situation.
Yes.
Someday though, that will be you.
Yeah.
Someday, hopefully.
Okay.
Very exciting.
Now, have y'all applied for schools yet? Or?
Yes, I'm going to UT Tyler.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I have a few different options. I haven't made a choice yet, but We're getting there.
Choices are good.
Yes.
It's good to be one.
you've got
to
time,
have
so.
options.
Yeah.
Good deal. Well, we look forward to seeing how y'all do. Maybe one day we'll see you here in the classroom somewhere.
I hope.
I hope.
Wouldn't that be neat?
It would be neat, really.
Okay, well, thank y'all so much for letting us come in and telling us about what y'all been busy doing. We appreciate it.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Thank you.